Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. To return it, Darius Phillips. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. There's the first NFL catch for Jamar Chase. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And Jamar Chase won the 2019 Biletnikoff Award as the nation's top receiver while at LSU. And the guy who threw him the passes there, Joe Burrow, now his quarterback at Cincinnati.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd. There he goes, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Burrow. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Burrow looking to pass. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample there to make the grab. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback at his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Minnesota.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Now, a little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. It's Cook. Open space inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, a 23-yard run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So defensively, 3rd down, you're thinking get the stop, maybe force the field goal try. Instead, he's able to shake free and not just get the 1st down, but get the touchdown as well.
Yeah, so much for the best laid plans, right? And you knew once he got past the line of scrimmage, he was gone. Got the head of steam behind him. Vroom, off to the races. The only surprise would have been if anyone caught him. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return, Phillips. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now Burrow loses the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for Minnesota. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Cook. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They scored.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. Working the middle here. That's complete to Sample, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down. remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Goskowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
52 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Cousins. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Cousins now to throw on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To Jefferson on the slant.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Joseph's got it. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We get started up in Motown. San Francisco in town to take on Detroit in Dan Campbell's debut as head coach. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. Jared Goff has a touchdown pass. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Brandon Cooks, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. Antonio Gibson with a couple of touchdowns there. In the game you're watching, it's been Kirk Cousins with a hot hand in the first half. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay,
this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by the former Viking first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
A gain of 6 there on First.
Hello.
From the 41, Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the... He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Oh, going from Jefferson downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time through the... Two yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
On 1st down, it's Cook. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Thanks.
And Viking fans spent plenty of time wondering how they were going to replace Stephon Diggs when he left for Buffalo. But I think most would agree now that Justin Jefferson was the best rookie receiver in football last year. 88 catches for an even 1,400 yards. I would say the numbers don't lie.
Cousins. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
1400
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers.
Up.
They've gotten taller and taller.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
It's about that time. After review the play,
so they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the lead is up to 8.
Come on, you can win this.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Phillips. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And out now, here come the Bengals. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Burrow on 3rd down. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Slant pass to Bull. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, it's Burrow. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take. That was a type of a shot.
Here we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow out of his hands quickly to Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. As we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of mid.
When you're in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On play action, Cousins.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing, Cousins.
So going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. I'm just impressed he held on to that football. You're coming across the middle on the crossing route like that, absorb that contact.
All we talk about in today's football is trying to get the football away from the offensive player. Sometimes you just can't do that, and you have to finish a play off with a good old-fashioned tackle, as we just saw.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Burrow will throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Fights up, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point try for Gostkowski. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And that's caught inside the 35.
If you were
touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Joseph on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
From the 27, Burrow connected with Mixon.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And just like that, it's third down.
Now Burrow.
And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Going for Jefferson downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Cousins able to get away. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
So big turn of events there. They had him sacked on 3rd down, but the hand to the face going to give him new life.
And when it comes to protect the quarterback's partners, you well know, these officials are not going to hesitate if they see a tug on the mask. Heck, if they see a hand up near the mask, the flag's going to come out.
Here's Cousins.
Completes this to Jefferson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now Cousins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space. Let them do what they do.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Cousins to throw. That's going to be caught. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit. For the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Point after, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, and a critical knockdown there if they can hang on. I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. right, so their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Minnesota, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.